Hi guys, my name is Ali. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to kind of share my story and talk about the types of books that I read and how I got into reading in general. Um, First of all, if you know me personally, like outside of YouTube, you know that I'm visually impaired. So, that being said, you know, I own a lot of print books, but that is not my primary method of reading. I do follow along in the book, just for pages and, so I can kind of follow along, but I don't read with my eyes. I read by listening to audiobooks. That being said, I also just wanted to share kind of how I got into reading Amish fiction. I started reading, well, when I was a kid, we'll just go back to the very beginning. When I was a kid, I didn't like reading because I didn't really have access to audiobooks and it hurt to read. I tried reading the Little House books and got maybe 50 pages into Little House on the Prairie, and I was like, I'm done. I can't, because I have to have the book about 2 inches from my nose in order to be able to see to read it. So I just, I was very slow at reading, and it caused me a lot of pain and a lot of, if I read and like forced myself to read, it would give me a really bad headache. So I just, you know, since I didn't really have the access to audiobooks that I have now, I just didn't read. That being said, when coronavirus hit last year, about a year and a month ago, or like right around the time that coronavirus hit, I started watching a lot of Netflix and started just staying home. I was on lockdown like everybody else. So I watched everything I was interested in on Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff, because what else am I going to do? And then I was really bored and really depressed. So I just was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm stuck and, I can't do anything. So I just decided to start reading. And then at that time, and I still read like this stuff, but like at that time, I read a lot of historical fiction, like World War II, books set in the 1800s, like all that stuff. They all had like really strong female characters, and that's what I liked. I liked that it gave me a way in my head to get out of my apartment, but I didn't have to leave, and really, I could go anywhere I wanted. So, that's kind of how I got into reading. And then probably, I'm trying to remember, was it maybe late April 2020 or May of 2020? That around that time, someone, and I don't remember who, suggested that I read Amy Clipston's Amish Homestead series. They said it was a contemporary series, but the books, you know, they were set like in a contemporary time, like now. Well, like pretty recently, but the Amish follow or don't have electricity. They use horses and buggies, and they live a lot like the people lived that were from like the 1800s. And that's when you know, some of those books that I was reading at the time were set. So they thought I would like those, and they didn't have a lot of cussing, and they didn't have a lot of adult content and stuff, which, if you know my reading case, you know I, don't like that much adult content and graphic content anyway. Excuse me. So I took their advice. Thank you, whoever gave it to me. And then I read that, and I read a 4-book series, so it was 4 full-length novels in like 3 days. And ever since then, I discovered Beverly Lewis. And actually, I did a YouTube search for Beverly Lewis, and Elizabeth's author spotlight that she did was the first video that popped up, and that's how I started connecting with her from Lizzie Fay Lives books. Elizabeth, that's how I started connecting with her, because she did an author spotlight, and I just, I do read other things other than like Amish fiction and stuff, but that's really kind of how I got my my start, I guess you would say, on Amish fiction. I do read like Debbie May Comer, Cheryl Woods, stuff like that. I actually just did a book haul the other day of, I bought a Cheryl Woods book at the thrift store that's right by the gym. And I bought some love-inspired suspense, and love-inspired historical books over at the thrift store. And I just hauled those, and so, a lot of, I think I hauled like 8 or 9 books, and like 4 of them were Amish, about Amish characters. But that's kind of how I got into reading the kind of books that I read. And I just wasn't sure. I couldn't remember if I had shared my story and how I got into reading the books that I read on this channel or not. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you all have a great week, and I'm going to sign off, and I will see you in the next video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, the subscribe button will be down below this video. Just click that and give this video a big thumbs up. And to my subscribers, thank you so much for sticking with me and being patient with me. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. I hope y'all had a great weekend and are getting ready to have a great work week. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.